Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Then it was not meant for you. It was meant for someone else. All right, so we have romance angel cards. We're going to pick one of these, and a whispers of love card. We'll pick one of these for overall energy, and then we will look at past, present, and future energies. All right, so we have Romance Angel for Capricorn. Who needs to hear a message? What's going on? That one doesn't want to go back. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. So it could be somebody that you have a strong connection with because you had a past life relationship with that person. All right. And then let's get a Whispers of Love. Whispers of Love. Whispers of Love for Capricorn love reading. Okay, I feel like these two didn't want to go back. All right, we have, I don't think I've seen this one. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible, okay? That's a cool one. And then we have, I love you. These are powerful words. They are powerful words. Not words to be taken lightly. Okay, so let's get some tarot. This is my Green Witch Tarot. I like these cards a lot. Okay, so for past energy, we have the Five of Cups where she is pouring out the cups. Okay, and then we have the Three of Swords. Current energies. The Oak King, which is the... oh, I'm having a brain cramp. The Hangman. Oh, boy. Okay, so let me move these up. There we go. And then we have the Lovers, the Lady and the Lord, Gemini. All right. Future energies. We have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. All right. So for past energy, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Three of Swords. So here she's pouring out, right? She's emptying out these bad emotions, these negative emotions, this hurt, this, she doesn't want to deal with those emotions anymore. She's letting go of those emotions. Over here, she is either walking into this dilapidated house with her two bags to fix it up and to make things better, or she is packing up her bags and walking away from the house and kind of saying goodbye to this old energy, right? Saying goodbye to this old energy and taking what she can and moving on. So it really is what represents for you is saying hello or saying goodbye, trying to work something out, trying to put it back together, trying to work on things, right? Letting go of the negative to bring in the positive, to work on something with a relationship. Okay, so it has to do with a relationship. Is it a relationship? So this is a past energy. Were you things that happened in the past, right? Are you ready to let go of those? Are you ready to move on for those? Are you ready to pour those out? Like you were working on those things. You were trying to work on things. Maybe you were trying to fix a relationship that just couldn't be fixed. Maybe you kept trying and trying and trying, but it just wasn't working. All right, so here for present energy, we have the Hangman and we have the Lovers card. So I feel like you are now in the energy of seeing this relationship from a different perspective. I feel like it's just, you're looking at it differently, kind of because you went through all of this stuff over here, whatever that represented, right? Those difficult times, letting those things go. I'm trying to fix the relationship, trying to work on the relationship, or did you walk away from the relationship? Maybe now are you ready to start dating again? Are you ready to get back into relationships? Maybe this is, like you left this relationship, now you're ready to start new and fresh. But when you're starting new and fresh, it's like you want to see things from a different perspective because you don't want to repeat these patterns that happened back here, those relationship patterns. Sometimes we get in those relationship patterns where we keep picking that same kind of person and the same thing keeps happening, and you get to the same point in a relationship and it's like it just disintegrates. And it's like looking at that relationship pattern and seeing it from a different perspective and saying, I don't want to repeat it. Or if it's a current relationship that you were kind of had all this stuff going on here, right, that was happening, and now you're in this point, you're like, I need to look at this relationship differently because I don't want to keep repeating this cycle that we're doing over here, that I'm ready for change. I need to figure out how can we change this? How can we become one? How can things become better? How can we work together as a team, right? Maybe back here you weren't feeling as a team, you were feeling kind of by yourself. And here it's like, okay, let's work as a team, because that's what the Lovers is two people becoming one and working together on things. Here for future energies, Five of Pentacles, I feel like that represents what is your Ten of Cups, right? Kind of she's sitting here on the bench by herself, taking that time to herself. And I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles being next to it, it's like trying to figure out, what is my Ten of Pentacles, right? Working on that Ten of Pentacles. How do I get to my Ten of Pentacles? How do I get to that harvest, right? How do I get to that abundance? How do I get to that fulfillment? How do I make it so that the relationship is easy? So that there's a lot of flow, that there's abundance in the relationship, that there's happiness, that there's more good times than there are bad times. All relationships have those ups and downs where you're going to have those difficult times, but it's like how you work through those difficult times shows, are you working towards that Ten of Cups, or is that breaking you apart and making you go in different directions, which I feel that back here it was making you go in different directions. And now it's like, making sure that if you're in a new relationship or you're working on this relationship, that you keep in touch with yourself and that you know that you are working towards your Ten of Pentacles, or you have that Ten of Pentacles, right? Making sure that you always check in with yourself and you're making sure that, you're having those positive, good feelings, right? And that if you're struggling with something, that you take that time to yourself to figure out what it is, how can it be fixed, and then to making sure that you communicate with your partner to make sure that that communication is open so that you can work on those things, right? That you don't want to go back to this. All right, so let's get some, I forget what the name of this tarot is. Okay, so these two flipped over here. So we have the Tower and we have the Eight of Wands. So I feel like this energy back here was a big shakeup right here for you, right? It was a lot going on here. So again, like I was saying before, it could have been a breakup, that you ended a relationship, or a relationship ended, it changed, you moved away from it. It could be that, or it could be that there was a lot of things that happened. If it's in a current relationship, that there was a lot going on here, right? There was a lot happening, and it was a big shakeup. It was a big surprise. It was, it was just with this Tower moment and this Eight of Wands. But I feel like with this Eight of Wands, we have the Sun right here in the middle, and that the wands are coming right towards you. So it's like, even though this was something big and it was the Tower moment, I feel like it brings in the better, right? It brings in those, maybe it made you make those tough decisions where you had to leave a relationship, or it's that tough decision on working on a relationship. Kind of, it was almost like, okay, am I going to work on this relationship? Again, being at this door here, trying to decide, do I work on this relationship or do I walk away? And I feel like that's what you made in the past, that decision here. Now this could represent, for me, I feel this represents either, it could be yesterday, it could be last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago, whatever this represents for you. You could just kind of still be in this energy where you've come to the point where you're at the door and you're trying to decide what it is that you want to do. And then that kind of feeds into this energy here where it's present, where it's looking at the relationship from a different perspective and trying to decide what direction that you want to go on and what it is that you want to do. All right, we have the Page of Wands. So pages is young, new energy, and wands represent action. So taking new actions. Maybe before you were always accepting things and just kind of doing things the same way, but now you're like, you know what? I'm ready for some new energy. I'm ready to make some new choices, some new decisions. I'm ready to do some new things. Whether that is you've walked away and now you're starting new and you're starting fresh. Like I said, this could be a past relationship where now you're ready to get back into the dating game, but you want to do things differently. You don't want to repeat those relationship patterns that you did before. If it's a new energy in a current relationship, it's like, okay, we have to look at things differently. We have to react to things differently. We have to deal with things differently. Like, we have to take care of things differently. Maybe before you used to sweep everything under the rug, and now you're like, you know what, we can't sweep things under the rug all the time because that just builds up and then it explodes and it makes us separated. Looking at those things that made, how did you get to this point of this, of the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords? How did you get to that point, right? And making sure that you don't get to that point again, or if you do, you work through it quickly, right? King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is patient, right? It's going to take some time to work through this, but I feel like it's forward progress and it's getting to a better place and feeling more grounded within the relationship. There's like a lot of green right here. I'm feeling a lot of green for some reason. Making those tough decisions, you may still, like I said, this may be carrying over where you may be at the point right now trying to decide what it is that you want to do. If you want to fix things up or you want to move on, or, if you decided that you want to fix things up, what are those things that you need to do? Kind of weighing all the options, figuring out, okay, where are we lacking in this relationship? What is not working, and how do we fix that? How do we, I love it, the Lovers again. How do we become one and be that partnership, right? How do we build this life together, right? How do we weather the storms? How do we work out as a team? And I feel like talking about it, working through those, brings the two of you closer together where you're able to see eye to eye, but always making sure that you're feeling fulfilled, right? That your needs are met. Oh, I love that. The Nine of Cups, right? That your Ten of Cups, that your wishes, your dreams, that your hopes within this relationship, that those things are happening, that you are making sure that you voice your opinion, that if you feel that something is lacking or something needs to be communicated, that you do that, because that's what makes the relationship, the Lovers and the Nine of Cups, right? That's what makes things happen. That's what makes dreams come true, that dream relationship, that beautiful relationship, that connection. That's what you have to make sure that you don't accept less, right? That if you have a concern or there's something that you need to talk about, that you talk about it and you work on that, right? You work on that Ten of Pentacles, that Nine of Cups. Dreams. Love that. Seven of Cups, the possibilities, the dreams, the wishes, the coming true. Like, this is the relationship that you've always wanted to have, right? And our first cards that we pulled was, the I love you, right? And I feel like that's what that says right here with the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, right? And be in the present and dream of the future. Dream of the future, right? What is this future? What is where are you, this Ten of Cups, how is that heading? What does that look like? Doesn't mean that it's, life brings us lots of changes, but it's fun to think about it and see what the direction is that you want to go with that. All right. For some reason, I'm thinking one more. Opening those doors. I love that. The Two of Wands. Opening those doors to these new possibilities, right? A new beginning, a new relationship. If it's a relationship that you're just starting, making sure that this is fulfilled, right? Making sure that you are in this energy. If it's a current relationship, opening those doors to this new energy of this relationship where the two of you are feeling more connected. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Swords. I feel like it's making sure that you express yourself, right? That you say how you're feeling, that you don't hide how you're feeling, that you don't sweep things under the rug, that you face things, right? You come out of the shadows and you face those challenges in a relationship. Every relationship has those ups and downs. Every relationship has those challenges. We even have that within the relationship within ourselves, because we have those times where we question ourselves, or we, overthink things, or we, not really making the best decisions for ourselves. So every relationship has those ups and downs, but it's like if there's a challenge that comes out, making sure that you confront it, that you don't keep it in the shadows, that you work on it. And that's what helps that communication better within the relationship. All right, so let's get a fortune reading card and close it out. All right, let's close out with a fortune. Marriage. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. Yes, you are. Look at this. This one fell out too. Fool. Have the courage to embrace change. Take risks. Be adventurous. All right, I love that. How beautiful is this? I love this reading, okay? Having those new starts in the beginnings, whether it's in a new relationships moving forward, or it's working on a current relationship. This relationship has really transformed and changed from what went on here. And when you're in this energy here, it's being able to look back and say, yes, I'm glad I had that tower moment, because that changed everything for me. That put me on this trajectory of this path of the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. All right? That's where that brought me. That looking at these challenges is what helped you to move, especially with these two Lovers card, okay? And to see things from a different perspective. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.